Computers are an integral part of our lives today, and we cannot do without them. Whether you're a student, you're pursuing a career, or running a business, you cannot be efficient without being computer literate. The cost of computers has significantly gone down over the years, but it is still not a cheap venture. And if you're going to spend money on a computer, you want to get your money's worth. By understanding the various components of a computer and what they will mean for you, that will help you make a decision on which computer to buy to suit your needs. Welcome to Beyond Computers, the show that equips you with digital skills, familiarizes you with digital tools, and helps you realize your full potential in your studies, your career, and business. When you decide to buy a computer, the first choice you're faced with is deciding on whether to go for a laptop or desktop. If you have a laptop and a desktop that boasts of the same specs, the laptop will always be more expensive. Two things make a laptop more expensive. One, it's the ability to cram many components in a small space. Number two, it's the fact that laptops have a battery. So then how do you decide what to go for? Am I going to buy a laptop or will I go for a desktop? If you have a steady workstation, you're better off working with a desktop. However, if you need to be moving up and about with your computer, then a laptop is best suited for you. If you're a student or if you run a business on the go, it makes sense for you to carry around a laptop. If you have a steady workstation but your work demands that you move from place to meet clients, for instance, then it is advisable that you still invest your money on a desktop, and whatever you've saved from buying a desktop, you can use to buy a tablet and which you can use when you go to meet your clients. Now that we have established the kind of computer that will work for you, let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of both a laptop and desktop. The number one advantage of a desktop is that it's cheaper. Like I earlier mentioned, when you're faced with a laptop and a desktop, both boasting of the same specs, the laptop will always be more expensive. Number two, a desktop has room for more fans. More fans means that your computer is going to stay cool, and staying cool means that it's going to have a longer lifespan and optimum performance. Thirdly, it is easier to change parts and upgrade the components of a desktop. This means that your desktop has a higher chance of staying for a very long time without getting outdated. The fourth thing is not really an advantage, but it's something that encourages most people to get a desktop. It's the fact that you have the option of buying a desktop and its monitor separately. This works well for people that want to double their desktop as a TV screen as well. The obvious disadvantage of a desktop is that it's bulky and therefore you require space. If you live in a tight space or say live in a dorm as a student, it might be tricky to have a desktop because you need to set up a station for it. The other disadvantage of a desktop is that it's not portable. It means that you can only access the information in your desktop while you are at your workstation. However, thanks to the internet today and gadgets such as smartphones and tablets, you can still get that information if you really need it on the go. Now let's look at the advantages of a laptop. The number one and most obvious advantage is the fact that it's portable, meaning that you're able to access your information from anywhere at any time at your convenience. The second advantage of a laptop is the fact that it has a battery. Having a battery means that you can continue to work on your computer for a long time even after you lose power. The third advantage of a laptop is that you only have a single cord to contend with. You know, one of the things I find cumbersome with desktops, it's all those wires that hang from behind and can get a bit messy and look disorganized. For those neat freaks, a laptop is ideal for you. Now that you have made a decision on what to go for between a laptop and a desktop, what are the other factors that you should consider before making that purchase? The first thing you need to know and understand is what a CPU means and what it does. A CPU is a central processor unit. A CPU is basically the brain of the computer. It is the part of the computer that tells it what to do and how to do it. So when you go shopping for your computer, ensure that the CPU processing speed indicated is nothing less than 3.0 GHz. Remember in webisode 1 when we talked about buying smartphones and we said that one of the things you need to consider is RAM? Well, the same applies for computers. RAM stands for Random Access Memory, and when you go to buy your computer, ensure that the RAM or Random Access Memory indicated is nothing less than 2 GB. RAM is what allows you to be able to perform multiple functions on your computer simultaneously. For example, you can be writing a Word document, preparing a PowerPoint presentation, and you're also browsing on Facebook, Gmail, and other applications. The other thing you need to consider when buying your computer is the hard drive size. The hard drive is the storage unit of the computer. That is where the programs that you're going to be using, the applications, are going to be stored in. Basic programs such as Microsoft Office, Windows don't take up too much space. They take between 20 and 60 GB of space. However, for people that need their computer for heavier tasks such as graphic design, video editing, audio editing, you'll need much more space. So you need to determine what you mainly need your computer for, because that will be able to inform you on what kind of programs will need to be installed in that computer and consequently how much space you're going to need. But as a rule of thumb, ensure that the computer you want to buy has a hard disk space of at least 500 GB. The other thing that you need to look out for when buying your computer are the peripherals. Peripherals are units that operate separately from the CPU but can be connected to the computer. These include USB ports. USB ports can be used with flash disks when you want to transfer data from your flash disk to your computer or vice versa. They can also be used to transfer data from your phone to the computer or other devices to your computer and vice versa. So USB ports are essential. What you need to know about USB ports is that they have different speeds. So understanding these different speeds comes in handy. Also, what helps is having different USB ports on your computer that have different speeds. That way, if you try in one and it fails, you can always try the other. It is very difficult to find a computer that has only one USB port. Most of them come with at least two. If you're going to use your computer for entertainment, the other peripheral you should consider having is an HDMI output. An HDMI output will allow you to connect your computer to most modern televisions for a high-quality visual display. If you work in photography, it is imperative that you make sure one of the peripherals on your computer is an SD slot. An SD slot allows you to transfer media from your SD card into your computer. Today, we can barely get any work done without using the internet. So the other thing that you should consider having on your computer is a Wi-Fi receiver. If you have a laptop, it's important that you have a Wi-Fi receiver that will help you to connect to the internet on the go. If you have a desktop and you'd like to have wireless connection, you can still do that by having a wireless card installed in your computer. The other peripheral you should consider having on your computer is Bluetooth. Bluetooth allows you to transfer files from your computer to another device or from another device to your computer. The great advantage with Bluetooth is that it does not rely on the internet. Bluetooth would be a great way for you to transfer files from and into your computer, as long as you're doing it from or to another Bluetooth activated device. If Bluetooth is one of the things that you need, ensure that the computer you're about to buy has an inbuilt Bluetooth receiver. Typing on your phone can be cumbersome, making easy tasks such as responding to emails a vexation. But thanks to this new technology, we do not have to worry about that anymore. Check out our Unleashed video of the week.
Introducing the Celluon Magic Cube, a world of possibilities at your fingertips. The Magic Cube is a projection keyboard that doubles as a virtual multi-touch mouse. It's two revolutionary mobile input devices in one small package. The Magic Cube laser projects a full-size keyboard onto nearly any flat, opaque surface and requires very little space to operate. The Magic Cube is a perfect companion to tablet PCs, smartphones, laptops, and desktop PCs. It's compatible with the latest mobile devices including the iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and many other mobile devices that support Bluetooth HID without installing a driver. It's small, light, and easy to carry. Setting up the Magic Cube is quick and easy. It connects wirelessly via Bluetooth to your mobile device or your PC. The Magic Cube is compatible with Apple iOS 4 and Mac OS X, Microsoft Windows, Windows Phone 7, and Google Android 2 and later. A world of possibilities at your fingertips. The Celluon Magic Cube.
Digital technology is fast evolving and fast changing, and that is why every week we try to teach you something new in a way that is simple to understand. And we hope that through these webisodes you'll be able to embrace technology and thrive in this new techie world. So let us know if these webisodes have been of any use to you, or if there are topics that you'd like covered on the show by talking to us through our Facebook page, Discover JKU Art, or our Twitter handle at Discover JKU Art. Thank you for watching Beyond Computers. Until next week, ciao.